Hello everyone and welcome back. I realize that the video capture device is wrong, so I need to fix it. There we go, it is now fixed. How are you all? I hope you are doing very well. In the previous episode, that was released 3 days ago, we did some small things. We got upgrades and that type of thing. And now we are really just, you know, being a little cowgirl or whatever. And we're gonna go and fuck up. I guess we'll use the frilled blade. But yeah, we look like Kuni Bachelor, whatever that whatever that game is called. Kuni Bachelor character. I've seen this Scott the Woz episode on it, and I was like, that feels like a show. Like, that feels like a game that people would really like. Now I want to have a look-see at, so this one did require a claw, and this one did. So if we didn't do those two, we definitely would have had it fine. And this one also requires claws. So it seems like claws might be one of the slightly harder things then. We want large monsters. We have so many new notes. Here we go. So claws are only present from calves. They can be a dropped material. But they are the rarest dropped material. And when they're the target of the quest, it's a 20% drop. So it's actually one of the rarer items, other than the tail. But if you knock off the tail, it's kind of guaranteed that you'll get it. So that's really interesting, actually. We'll have a look-see around. We already did the Tobakadachi quest. And everything else has been done too. I guess if in this Pukei quest, Pukei, if we have one spawn, then that would be really good for us. And even though we might not do it, even if it's not there, we're still gonna get the Pukei finished, which is something that we already want anyway, so that'll definitely be kind of just an upside all around. And hopefully we can get a really fucking snazzy image with this like thumbnail. But I'll see you after this load screen. There we are, we are now back. So we will now go and grab our quick extra thingies. I think we can use, yeah, this is called bait, probably for a reason. So we can maybe bait the monster into eating it, and then we can get a nice photo with it. Because that's how you domesticate animals, right? You throw a slab of meat in front of them, and then you just like, dig in while I get behind you, and then you get demonetized on YouTube. Well, it'd be very weird if I got demonetized. Well, no, not demonetized, but if I got, like, you know, kicked from... Okay, I unironically for a second there.
This should lure him in. There's the target. I put down some food.
But I gave you food.
This should lure him in.
I like how he's just kind of looking at us. So, reminders, the main point of this quest is that we beat the fuck out of his face as hard as we can. Like, the face is our goal. as much damage on the face get, please.
Oh, I hate this.
So, I tried to do something. Okay, I'll Palico put that down there so we can go over here and get a good heal on. Like if we had the other one, we would literally be able to just tank that for like good reason. That's not his quails broken.
This is the end of the line for you.
Okay, that was a good hit. But yeah, those quails on the side of his neck. Are really what we're trying to go after. I like how when you hit him with the weapon glows blue a bit. It reminds me of the sword glitch that you would get with some of the with Ike in Smash Bros. When I used to play Ike. Yeah. Yeah, it glows blue when you go and do that move. That's really cool, I like that a lot. Boom! Hopefully we're getting it. I think the quails aren't as hard to get on this one, and there's no royal loot drop in this one. So we don't have to worry about getting that all. Okay. We'll go and break this, have an antidote. And then we'll go back to that. And then we'll just go where the Pukei's gone. Boom! Did no damage whatsoever. It's worth a try. Okay. So the problem with sleep is it's kind of the most only happens like twice per quest thing. So we can't really rely on it too much. Although I would like to rely on it. It only happens, I think, maybe even a maximum of 3 times per quest. Like, total 3 times. Like, it is, a Greatsword like this is actually really good though, because it does make its own, like, if you're going for the stuns as well. Yeah, when you're charging the blade. That's really cool. That's a really awesome detail, actually. I guess we could go for the tail. Not because it really helps us a lot now, but simply because it could actually give us some use later. Boom, that's a really fucking big hit. I think it's nearly dead. I think a single one of these should do it. Oh well, that will do it for one part of its body. We've ripped off its fucking penis. Now it's time to finish the job. Oh, maybe not. Oh, it's going to eat. No. No Burger King for you, as the Americans would say. We will.
All right.
carve this up. Hope to get some spines or whatever. We got the tail, but I think a lot of the parts actually require tails. So we're good with the tail, but spine. Scale. Okay, spine though. Scale, but spine though. Okay, I wonder what the likelihood of that was. Quill. Okay, so quills are really hard to get apparently. Okay, makes sense. But a 10% drop isn't that crazy in Monster Hunter. There were 1% drops, but early game-ish, like that's kind of actually crazy. Like I feel like high rank is when you start getting that type of shit where it's like 10%, 5%. It looks so weird to see like a cowgirl aesthetic. Hey, we got the quill. As well as a lot of Pukei sacks. Yeah, I'll see you after this ad. Not this ad, this thingy. Okay, we are now back. I really kind of like the idea of this setup that we have though. The weapon kind of works well for it. But we have a weapon to forge. Give me that Pukei weapon. Maybe in the next episode we'll actually use it. 1,000 damage with a bit of green sharpness. Pretty good. Poison is kind of okay, it just does dot. Ice element damage is kind of worthless to us because element damage is really good when you get a lot of hits in, but there's nothing for Greatsword that really does that because you're a slow weapon. So we just got some quills. We now need some spikes. So that will be, I think that's just a tail. I think that just means tail. So we'll definitely just go and face off against the barrier, honestly. We'll go get more of this. And we'll just do this one. So at this point, the only two ones we'd need to do is one of the two quests that's actually kind of easy for us to do.
Don't forget to eat.
I think we'll... I don't know which one we would actually want to do. Because both of them, like, if we leave Basarios, I mean, I guess that might be the better play. So Meowcenaries are almost done. We can receive the items. So, okay, so that is the pumpkin, rather. So we got some Royal Ludros scales, some bones, a Largan apple, which is good. And I did realize that in the Argosy, depending on what you do, there'll actually be different things. Also, side quests, these are very important. So cultural exchange, so this is what I mean. So boat shells and wisp lanterns are what you need to get the second one of these. So we should kind of prioritize this. And I also saw this, so Zamite is just what we need to kill. It's not anything that crazy. So we'll be focusing on those. We should also have a look-see at these Pelico that we're training as well. And see how they're faring. So they've all gone to 11s and stuff, that's really good. We'll continue that going, we'll continue that. You kind of want them to be level 20. So once they're level 20, we'll have those ones be the ones that then go on the quests. And then we'll have some of the dogs or whatever be part of the trading thing. Or something like that. At the end of the day, we're probably just going to have a bunch of people training anyway until we have like level 100 people that are randomly there. So we want Ice Resist because it's an ice monster. Defender because Defender. And then I guess just... I guess Dango feet can actually be really useful. I want to make sure that my mashing doesn't really get hurt too much, because like that probably could be annoying for some people. Let's make sure it's fine. We can also try to do the bingo. Oh, that's not a thing. Okay. Man, Kiko, did anyone ever tell you your shop sucks?
Oh, hello. Come again.
Okay, well, we'll just depart on quest. The interesting thing is if we choose the Rathian image, we could actually have the Barrioth image be this one.
A biting cold, freezing winds cutting deep. Enter its domain, and the price will be steep. Don't fall for the charm of its shining white gown, for it will tear you up before taking you down.
Obviously, like, is that a great Azuchi, or was that just a regular Azuchi? That's a question I would have. But it is really nice actually seeing those intros and stuff like that. Because there is a great Azuchi spawned in, I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt and say it's actually a great Azuchi that he just mercilessly killed. Also, just like that's just far cooler in my opinion. So Zamites are these things. So we're gonna do some of these quests. It's also how you get the meaty hide. I found this out when I did my Greatsword playthrough. But that's also how you get that. So it's very funny how I was all like, how do you do this? And then it was like all like, oh, I don't want to kill these enemies. These enemies are the lame ones. So we're only getting raft shells. I think you might have to choose the missions in which those those items are needed. Otherwise it might be a high rank thing. I doubt that they would do that for at least the first upgrade. Because they would know that a lot of people would try to go for the village quests first, just because that's the first thing presented to them. And that's usually how it goes. It's weird how the Barrioth isn't where the cutscene was. Usually they really like to kind of match things towards that. I'd also, side note, I would like to maybe do a run. It could be a challenge run, I'm not sure. But I think a challenge run would probably work better for this idea. Is doing a run where we only can craft ammo for, like, you know, the light bow gun or whatever, using what's around us, because I think that would just, it wouldn't be the coolest thing, but, like, you know, like, you can't have items on, like, that type of, like, playthrough where it's, like, it's all about making sure you get everything from the wild and stuff like, you know, like a Breath of the Wild type of playthrough where it's, like, other than your weapon, everything that you use has to be, gotten. Very cute, and it was just, like, pouring like a cat. And now I'm getting my ass handed. Okay. Very Cody opening to a fight. Very, very mean. Now the issue is, with our previous weapon we were using, it had a high base damage. But this one does not, as you can tell, because this one has a 30 less base damage. than the other one. So we don't need Amber Fangs at all, but we do need its tail. Well, we got its tail. That's easily going to be a clip. That was too perfect of timing. And it's also like the very beginning of the quest. It's really easy, it feels like. It feels like it's rather easy, especially on lower rank difficulties. Because like in high rank even, I feel like it would take way more hits than like what it just took us. Also, we'll just save then. We had that range issue happen. You know, you lose an inch and it really does matter sometimes. Funny jokes.
Look out! It's angry!
It's always by a few seconds that you lose out. So I always find out. It is a 10% target reward. The recovery, like people are always like, "Oh my god, Monster Hunter games are so irritating," but it's like, obviously it's based on your experience. If you know how to beat a barrier, well, is a barrier really going to be that difficult to you? Like, probably not, right? Like, if you have battled a barrier for 5 years and then you go into a new game and they're like, "Holy shit, it's the barrier!" Like, you're gonna be like, "Oh well, I already know how to easily beat this guy," so it might have a few tricks up its sleeve, but it won't be too much.
You do what I say now.
We don't need you. We only need the damage that we need to do is only on this one.
Let's go for a
Thankfully. This one's really good because it goes for the sleep first, which will knock out the barrier, and then it goes in for the attack, in which it will then wake up the monster. And we didn't get to capitalize on it. Thank you again. Yay! Thank you, game. Awesome. That was actually so fucking infuriating. The other annoying thing about it as well is that that was our ride attempt for. Oh well, I guess we don't need to have another ride attempt. Shell and Pelt. That's very good. No, that was our sleep. That's what I was thinking. I think that counts as our sleep, so it means that the next time we put him to sleep, it will be a long, like we'll probably kill him by the time that we do that. I think the reason why this monster is hard for me is it's a really punish-based monster, where it's like, it's about punishing it. Oh fuck. But it, not, like, you have to not overextend and kind of wait till it overextends, kind of boss. Okay. Well, I didn't know exactly where I was gonna go, but we still did good. Let's hope. Yep, it stayed. Okay. Really? You're just gonna pussy out that easily? Like, really? Come on. You would hate the Monster Hunter fans, Barrioff. They would roast you alive. They would. They would be like, huh, when I was a Barrioff, I didn't get hit once. You just have to get good. Oh, Barrioff's tail is different than the other thing. That's very interesting. I didn't realize that. Because sometimes the tails are just named weird shit. For no reason. Who knows, maybe we'll need one. Here you go. Pardon me, I'm dying. Man, I hate fucking Tremor. Boom! Another big amount of damage to his arms there.
The end is in sight.
Okay. Okay. So like we're really not doing as much damage. I think we've broken his face twice. Wow, we're hurting him so much apparently. We got fucking smacked down into bad area. Oh, I did not realize he was going for a big attack.
Love you, buddy.
I don't remember if this one was the one where spikes could be gained from capture. I'm gonna go on the air of caution and say they don't. Because almost everything can come from a cast. So that's the risk reward. Because you get more shit. Like you get more things from capture. But they're usually not as good things as a... Yeah. They're usually not as crazy good as the things you would get otherwise. Okay. Oh, well, Greatsword, guess who you're gonna kill today? Starts with a B and ends with an F. It is Barrier. Yep, so you're gonna go kill this fine thing. Like in the intro, but it's reversed. The Great Azuchi is gonna be the one who actually kills the Great Barrier. Oh, maybe not.
This is the end of the line for you.
It actually slept though, that was funny. Fucking come on. I hate it when they run away. It's so lame. Like when they're like on their literal last legs and they run away, it's so irritating. It's like, come on. Just die. Like it's like the Simpsons, move out of town. I'll be your friend. I love that joke so much. It's so good. Actually, I wonder if they'll sleep right now. That's kind of a prime sleeping spot. Oh, it magically knows we're here. And we killed it. Literally, yeah, if we hit it with the attack they were trying to, it would have just died. It's so annoying when they're on like literally 1 health and then you fucking have to chase them halfway across the map to kill them. Frost sack, that could actually be semi-decent. Well, we wouldn't want to get 2 of them. So let's have a look-see at the, not the quest info, hunter notes for larger monsters for Barrier. So, spikes can be capture rewards, but it's way more likely, it's a 20% 3 times, rather than the 9%. So good thing we didn't capture it, because it's actually a way lower chance. But I guess you get like 5, so maybe it's 50 to 60, so it is actually more likely to get it from carving. But we still have the ability to get it through drops.
Nothing to it.
And we already got the the Pukei weapon. So the only other thing is the Royal Ludroth, so I don't mind fighting this guy a few times. We got the spike. Awesome. Yeah, that's just a good fight. I'll see you after the loading screen. Okay, so all we need now is the Royal Ludroth, and I'm feeling pretty good for this. Going forward.
Right, let's get cracking.
We won't equip it now, but I really kind of felt like smashing that A button. I'll be honest. Damn, I guess I made one too many of these, I guess. But yeah, so we now have these ones. So if you don't know, this red line here, this is the line until high rank. So this is like the only thing left. I wonder if this is one of the bosses. But so as soon as we get these lines done, we officially full send it to high rank. And then we're done. A good portion. This is a pretty fair portion, honestly. Of it, because as soon as we finish this, this is where the point where we actually start finishing. Like, Azuchi Tree maybe has 2 upgrades left, and then it's done. The Axe Blade, wherever that is, that one also similarly. I don't know where the Axe Blade is, but like the Axe Blade tree is also very short. So that one will like Greatsword tree. There we go. So this one will finish very quickly too. So we'll actually start fully finishing some trees in that time. But the other thing that I want to focus on a lot is the fact that we easily now, like this is the only real thing I think until we get to the new monster set, which is kind of ending the final things. I think there's 5 and 6. There might even be 7-star quests. I don't think there's 7-star quests for Village. I think it just ends at 6. But so 5, tier 5 is when we're gonna get all of these monsters unlocked. And then tier 6 is when you get the way harder quests and shit like that. Actually, we'll have a look-see at armor. We can make this and get critical eye. Fire resistance, -5. If we ever go after a Barrioth again, we know what type of weapon to bring. But the other question is that I could go and kill one of those easier to kill enemies, and then we could see, you know, the next like things. I think it would be a Mitsune. Oh, actually, maybe there is 7. There could actually be 7. Because there's still a few monsters that we actually really haven't seen yet. So there could actually be 7. I could actually be 100% wrong. I think it's too good for us to... I think Royal Ludroth is just more important to get done at this point. Because if we finish it in, like, let's say in this one game. Quest items, sure. Wait. What does quest items mean? I don't... We'll equip it and see what it does. This is a water resist monster. But yeah, because like if in this episode, in like 2 runs, like 2 10-minute runs, if we can finish Royal Ludroth, like the start of it, and just get the 2 things, that would be really fucking good. All we need to do right now though is actually go here and we need to go and change our things. So that's that. We got dash extract, awesome. Select destination, so Frost Islands has something for us. So we'll send them out. Hopefully that gives us the dream shells. I'm not too sure. But yeah, now we'll, I'll see you after this load screen. I love the little, explanation for this quest that they give. They're like, if we... So Royal Ludroth, their hide is very absorbent of water. It's spongy, absorbs water. So if we just get a fuck ton of it, desert farmers don't need to worry about water. But it's like, I am a genius!
Let's go!
And I'm just sitting there just like, yeah, sure, man. Whatever you say. The annoying thing about being on this map is the fact that it really doesn't matter your, like, the ores. Not the the ore. Like the ore, literally, like, it's kind of just a waste of time, even, to actually get it, which is really sad, because, you know, collecting shit is so ingrained in the minds of a Monster Hunter player. That was weird. So we actually want to focus on damaging its body as much as possible, I think. That was weird. I think the monster, like the enemy there, actually took the brunt of the damage. Yeah, because we easily would have been hit. Oh my god, I just wanna beat up your toesy woesies. Okay. Well, I mean, it's better than taking a bunch of damage. Okay. We need to knock some sense into it. Oh, fuck, I don't want to do that. The one really good thing about sleep, when there's like something you really want, is that you have a better chance of getting it, because especially with Greatsword, you can really hit the parts of the body you want. I almost want to like look up a small video and see where you want to hit, because it doesn't really seem like you can break the toes of this monster. Like, it doesn't really feel like the toes are a breakable thing for this enemy. So it just seems a bit weird in my mind to be like, yes, the toes are what you hit. Because like the hide itself is definitely something you hit. But it feels like whenever you hit the, you don't hit the claws too much. It's just interesting to think about it like that. I always used to think, when I really started to play this game, that white line damage was actually what dictated whether or not you got slices on the tail or not. Because it kind of looks like severing, like as an idea. So I always used to randomly think that that was the... Like, that was what dictated. Like, if you got a high amount of, you know, that damage, like Silkbind attacks. Like, if you Silkbind attacks enough, that was how you got it. But it's not how that works at all. So it was an interesting little mind thing that I did when I was, I guess, newer into this game. It would be cool if we got something for that one, but we didn't, so it's fine. I'm remembering as well that there was that moment in the previous episode where we were like, okay, so we just want its tail, and then we cut off its tail immediately after. And that made me laugh a little bit.
This one's all for you.
Okay, well, we got its tail. that's an extra little carve for us. I wish you could kind of break terrain. Like, I understand that because we're hitting the monsters, like, especially when you use like something like a hammer, you're using something that literally kind of breaks walls in general. Okay, so he's weak for the capture. But we still haven't broken his Tozy Wozies yet. Can you break them? That's the real question I'm having right now. Because it doesn't really feel like you can. Because, like, as always, it really just feels like instead, you break the body of the beast, rather than, breaking a lot of the more delicate areas, I guess you could say. Because you're always hitting the big areas. Maybe that's like the reason why this is a harder drop to get, is because you have to, like, you know, for some weapons you just hit such large areas that it doesn't actually allow you to feel like you get it. Have faith in your companions, and the faith will help you. Have trust in the force kind of shit. Yeah, so it's definitely a different part of the body. But I just never hit it.
Didn't even break a sweat.
After we do some carving, we'll see.
All right.
I think carving and capturing maybe, or just target in general, might be the easiest way to get it. At least for us, because I don't think we can actually really hit these. He's too small of a creature for his for that shit to really work well. Okay, we got the tail. So let's go into Hunter's Notes of large monsters. We'll go to the Ludroth. So claws, it's not a capture reward at all, so you have to get it from carves. And then it's a 20% via target. So this was the one I was thinking of. That makes it harder. But I can understand the idea. It is very annoying though. I don't really know if I like it too much.
Piece of cake.
I just keep thinking of Scott the Woz playing that game and he's like, what? Ah. So that is what I thought it was. We got a Royal Ludroth Claw. We got one of them. And we only need 2, so I mean that's good. So I like that. That's actually really cool how you get to know what item you got extra. Sadly, we literally got jack shit that we wanted. So I'll see you when we go back for that hunt. I like it when like I watch a video or have something on the side to do, and I stop doing it, and then like 10 seconds later it's like, yeah, it's time to keep playing the game, and I'm like, yeah, I got it right. Just a nice little like timing thing that feels nice to do. So the crazy thing about this is as soon as we get to it, we can immediately upgrade it into a pretty decent weapon, 130 base damage pretty much. But we first need to just get that extra claw. Pardon me. The interesting thing about some weapons is you see here that the red sharpness and the yellow sharpness increase a lot, which are sharpnesses that you don't care about. The green sharpness does increase a little bit, but it's just not as much as you think. And it's interesting that in a way, like, your mind is playing tricks on you because you see more of the meter filled up. So then in your brain you're like, oh my god, that's what I want though. And it's like, it's kind of like the inverse. There's a different one, Valstrax's weapon, to be specific. His weapon has a lot of red sharpness and then white sharpness. But then when you upgrade it, it's just like way less sharpness in general, but it's way more white sharpness, so it's more of what you want. But it just seems weird because it's less overall. I don't need any of those. We'll grab these ones. It feels very weird to talk about these in-between moments. It's cool that she has guns on her sides though. She has the big iron on her hip. But yeah, I'll see you after this ad. And there we go. Okay, so we now just need I think honestly it should just be this last one and then we're done for this monster even. For low rank version of this monster. Definitely. Making sure I just have to reload my video that I was watching on the side. Because it did not want to load. So I was just then making sure that the ad wouldn't try to interrupt. Because like half the time on YouTube, if you're watching something on the side, it's like really annoying. Because like, unless you have, you know, Google, YouTube Red, that's what it's called. It doesn't even work in the way you would want it to. Oh, it looks so beautiful when it's all vibrant like that. Wow, we're so good at the game. Now it's totally us. All us. Yep. As always, trust in your ally. That was definitely a big hit on the claw. That was a big hit on the claw, 100%. Ow. I think what would be interesting as well is, so, I don't know if it was last, oh my god, Smazabazza's desperately trying to help us. Out with that paralysis. But I remember saying I wanted to do a run where you only use things around you. And I was thinking just then, it would be really good in that run if you didn't bring any palicos with you. To really make it feel more like it's just you. That was, we took a lot of damage there, but that was actually really good for us. Because that just meant that we, like, we took damage, but we also did 100 damage to it. Jesus. Sometimes. I really like, when I used the switch axe, I really liked how, when you do the big move, you're attached to the monster itself. So making sure the camera angle is nice is way easier for that. Yet again, I wish I just had the other version of that attack. Just because it would work so much easier for us. Okay. Yet again, it would be the same thing then. We've scuffed its face. I thought it was, it's just because it was losing color because it took damage. I thought it was like about to like topple over or something. I would love to do, like hammer seems just so much fun. You have to press XA, but like I'm fine with that. Like, it's not hard to do inputs in Monster Hunter, unless the inputs are like weirdly mechanical for some reason. Okay, if we charged for any longer an amount of time, it would not have worked. Oh, really? I thought we were gonna 100% cut that tail there. Okay. Ooh, we're actually at a bad sharpness at this point. sometimes you just think in your head, surely I'll just hit them, and then you don't. 'Cause that's not what you want to try to think about. Oh! That didn't topple, but it did definitely fucking cut. We want to do it. Our prey is weak. Ready for the capture. Capture, you say? That's the coward's way. We wanna... I don't think that would have even accounted for the damage that we want to do. Okay, awesome. That should be 126 pure damage to the fucking thingies.
Just a bit more.
Okay, well we just... actually we have the tail here. So we may as well grab that tail. And then we'll just whetstone anyway. Hi friend, are you eating some of this tail? Good for you fam. I'm gonna go and kill that monster. And then I'm gonna try to carve up its body a little so we can get what we want. It sounds morbid, but then you realize that these are monsters that like easily kill hundreds of people a day or something if like they kept unmanaged. Like some of these like requests are literally like they tried to kill me when I was just walking through the area to get medicine for my wife or whatever. Please can you make sure that please can you down them so that I can be safe in that area. That's like half the things for this game. Oh, well, we hit him, but it's not where I wanted. I think we need to have like a real big hit on these toes of his. But I just don't feel like we're gonna get hits on the toes that are big without easily one like killing him or something like that. It is weird to see him like so fucked up though, in a weird way. Where it's like it makes sense because we're doing all this damage, but like, yeah, there you go, dead. We're just gonna go clean up on these guys a bit. Just because we don't want to have to deal with those guys. There you go. I just don't want to deal with them. Okay, so let's see what we get here. Spores. Spongy hide, that's like the most common one. Come on, let's get something cool. Finishing off with something cool. Claw! We got it! That's what we've all been waiting for! As good old MC Sludge would say in the new Pokemon game. Also, obviously referencing Moist Critical. I think his YouTube name is actually like Penguin0Z or something like that. He's a cool guy. I don't watch him much though, or like at all. I just know of him because of all the memes and stuff that people have of him. One thing that's cool is there's a bunch of different outros for having 2 Palicos, like for every single thing, having one, like just one, and stuff like that. It's awesome. So we got a secondary tail. We are swimming in tails. Oh, fucking Ludroth. Anyway, I'll wait for the end of this episode now. Okie dokie. So we are now in the, like, nearing the end of this episode. Well, we're pretty much actually at the end of this episode. But we can now make, a really big upgrade to our arsenal. We need to make one more of these. Whoops. We have so many small monster bones.
Let's get cracking.
But yep, we can now make it. And it's upgrade. We'll just use all of this Royal Ludroth scrap to do that. But there we go, we now officially have Cataclysm Sword 2. Which for the Royal Ludroth is the final one you need. So for now, the Royal Ludroth Sword is completely finished. As is like Lagombi, and stuff like that. So that is a pretty cool achievement. And when we get to the next few layers of weapons, you know, even more will be finished. But that's not all we'll do. We'll have a look-see around over here. And we might even switch out Ballywash for a bit so he can get some training in.
Let us begin.
Because I think you need high level ones give you better ones.
Let us negotiate. Have a look. Let us trade.
Oh no, he's level 9. He should. That'll be good. But as you can see here, it says market. And then here, so in the market, there's mushrooms, and then there's, for this one, this is how you get toxic kamuis. And then this is how you get the other fishy things. Otherwise, it's just seed.
There is great beauty in this village, and in the hearts of its inhabitants.
Which I think we'll switch it to honey for now, in hopes that we get a lot more honey things. But also maybe we get some different mushrooms, and that's how we get one of some of the special mushrooms, like the big shroom things that we were wanting. But yeah, so I guess we'll end it here today. So I hope you all have an absolutely wonderful day, and I'll see you all in the next episode.
Hey.
Goodbye.